Action. Hi, I'm Gabe Farias.
Wait, are we? Did you say we're good? All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. And a very pleasant good afternoon, Gabe Farias and Dr. Daniel H. Kellum Jr. in again the most orange shirt I've ever seen in my life.
Seriously?
Well, you're wearing the same shirt that you wore.
I've got 3 of them.
You've got, so like, is it? Do you have a rotation? Do you have like a does Rose sit out your shirts for you?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Okay. Well, that's good enough. It's the KellumMD.com video podcast where Dr. Daniel H. Kellum, I love wearing orange shirts Jr., MD from Kellum Family Medicine, myself, Gabe Farias. We talk about a myriad, a plethora, if you will, a substantive amount of different topics. I'm running out of big words. That's like the extent of the big words that I got. I was searching for something. What's another word for a vast amount of knowledge?
Cornucopia?
A cornucopia. Yeah. I had one of those like for Thanksgiving where you stuffed all the like nuts and the berries and stuff in there. We talk about a lot of different medical issues. And just right quick, KellumMD.com is our sponsor. Visit KellumMD.com. You can check that site out to set up an appointment with one of our providers, either at Kellum Family Medicine, Kellum OBGYN of San Antonio, Kellum Aesthetics and Wellness, and now Dr. Kellum for $49.95. KellumMD.com offers you an opportunity to get a virtual weight loss clinic. You can meet with a provider from the ease and the comfort of your home, your office, to talk about one of the very toughest things people battle with all the time, weight.
Absolutely. We're pretty excited about that. So we launched that about 3 weeks ago now, and it's given a good opportunity for individuals who are looking to change their lives and certainly making a difference in their weight. An opportunity and a platform to be anonymous, to do something that they may be a little bit ashamed or reticent to do, and wonderful results. We get people in, have a quick visit with them, understand what their needs are. We get the medications that are appropriate for their situation, and it's been really kind of cool. And so, our prayer and our hope is that we're making a difference in people's lives and in their kids' lives, and hopefully affecting a change for our community.
And this isn't what we're talking about, but again, the medications that we're able to prescribe for our patients are really transformative medications that are helping a lot of people.
Yeah, you know what? They've gone way beyond where we started with things. So we used to just use stimulants, and we've talked about this before. But these medications are really ways that people can function and do well, both in treating disease and treating weight loss. And it makes a huge difference with things for individuals, so they can stay on it for as long as they need to achieve the weights that they or the weight that they're looking to achieve. And it's very healthy, very useful, and it's producing really great outcomes for people. And so we're excited to be a part of this journey for a lot of people. And the platform that we created, and thanks to your help, I think is going to be a wonderful way for people to get moving in that journey. It's not the only thing there. Diet, exercise are the most important things always. But when you get a start and you move forward and you get little successes, all of that gets better.
Yeah, KellumMD.com. Click on the Kellum Weight Loss, the virtual weight loss clinic. You'll be able to talk with a provider and get the help that you need for your weight loss battle. You can also visit KellumMD.com or call 210-945-2121 to set up an appointment. Dr. Kellum, right now, the topic we're going to talk about is because in Texas, you've got this. It's 50 degrees or 40 degrees one day, and the next day it's 80 or 90 degrees, and I'm not embellishing that. It really is like that. And sometimes things blow in, and we're seeing a lot of the sniffles, a lot of sinus infections. We're seeing a lot of that. Talk about what you're seeing right now as a result of this kind of drastic weather change that we see back and forth.
Well, it's an interesting year, I will tell you, but it really is a continuum of what happened in the fall, in October, November, December. So we saw a resurgence of COVID. People started to get sick. We saw this outbreak of flu that was really kind of problematic for a lot of people in terms of hospitalizations and just feeling crappy. Can you say crappy?
I think so. Yeah, crappy's fine. That's suitable.
And so that was a real issue for people. And now, in that time, mountain cedar tends to be the nemesis for a lot of people here in December and January. And so we've seen a lot of issues with that. But we've seen just weird viruses, cold viruses, adenoviruses, coronaviruses that are not COVID. Things that we haven't seen a lot or have affected the people this much really become an issue for people. And now we're looking at oak pollen season to start. So that's when you get all the yellow dust all over your cars and everywhere. And so we're in that period of time where people will feel sick, sinus pressure, congestion, runny nose, headaches, cough. But I will tell you this year, it's a really great idea to make sure that you get checked, because if it is one of those other things that we can initiate treatments to get better, it's a very helpful thing. For people.
And you're right. I just went through a bout of it. My wife just went through a bout of it. We don't have COVID. We've been tested. We don't have COVID, but it's something that requires attention. And again, it doesn't matter whether you live in the hill country or in San Antonio. We're just not impervious. Texans are not impervious to those types of things that are those allergens, if you will, that are blowing in and affecting folks.
Absolutely. And so not just the feeling bad from sinus pressure, headaches, that kind of stuff, but for people that have underlying asthma or lung issues or have emphysema or heart disease, you really want to make sure you catch things early, because it happens so commonly that we just sort of take it for granted. We take our Allegra, we take our Claritin, we take our Singular, whatever that may be. But we don't want to ever forget that can progress into something more, whether it be bronchitis or pneumonia or something like that. And it's just that one chance where people get really sick that it could be a problem. And so I think we should always stay diligent, and I think the last 2 years have really taught us that, to be on top of your health care. If something comes up, address it quickly so that we can get past it, because we have been so out of control in terms of our ability to deal with things. This is the one thing that we certainly do and do well, whether it's here in our clinic or whether we need to engage specialists to help us with that, make a big difference with things for people.
Talk about the importance of supplements. I really didn't place a high value on supplements pre-COVID, but now every day I take a vitamin B12 complex, I take a vitamin C, I take an elderberry, I take a vitamin D. Talk about the importance of people taking those types of supplements as kind of a preventative measure for these types of issues.
There's a lot of debate in terms of prevention with that, but what I will say is that our foods are not near as nutritious as they used to be, and so I think our overall baseline health is a little bit less than it should. That's where these supplements tend to be very helpful, because they really raise our nutritional level and our baseline health to a foundation that I think is a little bit more protective, so that when we get sick, we have much more reserve, we have much more stamina to handle these illnesses without being an issue. Interesting, just as a side note in terms of allergies, some people take local honey. So local honey, comes from bees pollinating certain flowers in the region, and sometimes that can be a very helpful way if you're adverse to taking medicine or just have an inclination to try something more natural that people could do to try to get a little bit of immunity to the things that are around here as well. So, supplements are always very helpful. I think they're a good thing to do. I don't think we do it enough, but I think it just, with proper eating, good nutrition, good exercise, and the use of supplements, multivitamins, vitamin B, D, one of the most important that I think.
I found out through blood work that I had a vitamin D deficiency. Didn't even know that, and my vitamin D has been great since we found that out.
And that's a really important thing. It helps with muscle and nerves and all kinds of things. And so, I think really paying attention to your health goes back to the premise that we've been talking about, Gabe. Really paying attention to your health, understanding where your health is at, creating a new baseline for what your health measures are. So physical, making sure you're looking at your blood work, just understanding where things are at. And I think it's an important thing that we start anew, whether it's with the weight loss that we're doing or whether we're managing allergies, or just overall trying to get a good grip on where our health is at. I think this year needs to be the year that we start over again, and it's a good opportunity coming out of all the the atrociousness of the last 2 years.
Is it embarrassing that I take local honey and a Bam Bam only Flintstones multivitamin, a chewable one? Is that bad?
In your underwear?
No. Well, I chew them in my underwear. I'm not quite sure I understand that question or the relevance of it. But really, any kind of vitamin any kind of supplement.
Would you be Fred Flintstone or would you be Barney? Barney.
No, I think I'm Fred.
Yeah.
Yabba-dabba-doo. I sound like Fred. Frederick.
You look like
Frederick R. Flintstone. Did you know that was his first name?
What's the middle name?
R?
Yeah.
For round. Round mound of sound. He was the original round mound of sound. Frederick R. Flintstone.
That's like your idol.
You heard it here first. In all seriousness, 210-945-2121. If you have any of what Dr. Kellum's talking about, any type of physical ailment, come in and Dr. Kellum, come in and get seen. It doesn't hurt to come in and get seen.
Absolutely. Or hit us up on our KellumMD.com, get to our virtual weight loss clinic if that's the approach that you want to look at. But come in and get seen. It really takes nothing. We can get you in, get you taken care of. We have a whole bunch of wonderful providers that really do listen and provide the care that I think is is what people deserve, and we can figure out what's going on for you if you take the time to let us know.
All right, KellumMD.com. Visit that site for our Kellum Family Medicine Clinic, our Kellum OBGYN of San Antonio Clinic, our Kellum Aesthetics and Wellness Clinic, or our new Kellum Virtual Weight Loss Clinic. Special thanks to Frederick R. Flintstone for Dr. Daniel H. Kellum Jr. I'm Gabe Fadias, folks. Stay healthy.
What's Barney Rubble's government name?
Barney Rubble? Ooh, I don't know. Barnabas?
Barnabas, what's his middle name?
Barnabas Ezekiel. I was going to say Elliott, but that's the running back for the Cowboys.
Ezekiel Elliott Rumble.
Yeah, Ezekiel Elliott Rumble. Is it Rubble or Rumble?
Rubble.
What is it?
Barney Rubble.
Barney Rubble was his friend.
What do you say
Wait,
government name?
Like, what's his real name?
Oh, what would be his legal and
Yeah.
binding? No, it is Barney Leviticus Rumble.
Do you agree with this? What do you think his name is?
No.
You don't think it's Leviticus?
No.
What is Leviticus short for? Is it Levi? Is Levi short for Leviticus?